What's up, everyday blades? So we got another great knife to talk about today. This is from a company I hadn't had much experience with, Venom knives. Ran across this in a secondary post in my group. Just the aesthetics of the knife immediately caught my eye. I was impressed with it. It just looked like a cool knife to me. It's what I like. But, I was a little bit skeptical because I wasn't familiar with the name. It's a Chinese-built knife. I just didn't know much about it. There are some awesome Chinese-built knives out there with great quality. So, it's a couple $100, so I took the risk and bought it, and I'm glad I did. Let's check out what I scored. The Venom Knives Armour. I'll just let you take it in for a minute in all its glory. M390 Blade steel, titanium scales, carbon fiber inlays, Tritium Insert. So the retail on these is like $265-ish. 250 to 265-ish. The only place I found them for sale was Amazon. So that was a little concerning when I bought it. I thought, well, why aren't the major retailers carrying it? But some people just market different. This knife is pretty unique. It has, we see a lot of those same old knives over and over and over, right? They have the same mechanisms, the same this, same that. And that's fine if you come up with a unique design or a really cool design. This one has, I'm not a big fan of flippers. I like some flippers, but I'm not a big fan of them. This one has a folding flipper tab. So when you fold it up, it doesn't come out the other side. Not that's my fault, not the knife's fault. But see, that flipper tab folds up in there. It has a mechanism that allows it to hide away where it's not sticking out of the knife. I thought that was extremely cool, especially for a guy who's not a big fan of flippers. You can use the thumb stud. You can even thumb open it with that carbon fiber inlay right there. Your thumb will grab on that carbon fiber inlay and whoop it right out. The flipper tab has a little more drag on it than a normal flipper tab because of the mechanism, all the folding and the friction in there. So it takes a little more effort to flip it, which is not a big deal to me because, like I say, I'm not a flipper guy. I'm just going to thumb open it like that. But I was really impressed with the satin finish on the flats of the blade, and the carbon fiber inlays is almost seamless. It just did a great job on the fit and finish. Very impressed. So not only is this machined with all of this detail in there, it's contoured two different ways. It's kind of sloped this way, and it's got a hump in it right here, which I can imagine would be, quite a bit of machining and take some talent as well. One thing I don't like about the knife is this flipper, this lanyard thing on here. I don't get that. I don't like my knives to rattle. That's the only issue I have with this knife. Everything else works great. I'll put a mirrored edge on it. Man, that thing is sharp. It will slice. It's pretty thin behind the edge. Let's check it. So 28 thousandths. Not bad. But for $250, $260 knife, I thought it was great. The Tritium Insert is really cool too. I mean, you can almost see it glowing there, but I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not. But it's not the super brightest tritium. I was told one time that Trigicon, is it Trigicon? I believe it's Trigicon, imports has most of the tritium in the U.S. And anyone else who gets it mainly gets it from them. So they're going to give out their secondary tritium. They're always going to have the brightest stuff. But You don't need it super bright. That'll really help you find your knife if it lands on that side in the dark. Now, probably would have been a little more useful on this side, because usually when we set our knives down, we set them down on the clip side, right? Let's look at some size comparisons. The wee banter. You can see it's not a small knife. And the Benchmade bug mount. Definitely not a small knife. And the Damn Designs Oni XL. Which, when you're talking about quality, it seems to be right up there with the same quality as Damn Designs. I don't know. I don't know this company, and I don't know anything about them. I'm just telling you about a great knife that I found. It's got a nice milled pocket clip, titanium milled pocket clip, over travel stop, lock bar insert. It's got all the stuff. It's got all the bells and whistles, and it's just a great knife. It functions well. The only the two negative things I would say about it is a flipper tab takes a little more effort because of all that mechanism in there and the rattling, but I'm sure that could be removed. Anyway, it did come with the tool to take it apart. You can see it has proprietary hardware, similar to a slotted screwdriver, but you definitely wouldn't want to use that. You'd mar up your hardware. It comes with the tool. I have it in my toolbox over there with all my other knife tools. It's very similar to a Shirogorov, but they're not the same size. I checked them. They're quite a bit different, but they look similar. So if you're looking for a new knife to get sub $300, I can pretty much guarantee you won't be disappointed. Oh, one other thing. Somehow, however they did this sandblasting, whatever media they used, this seems to get gunked up pretty easily. Fingerprints and stuff, it just seems to always look dirty. I just cleaned it with alcohol, and it's still got a hint of, dirtiness to it. So they probably could have done a little better job on that, smoothing that out a little better, but minor things. Overall, I think it's a pretty good knife. The Venom Knives Armour. Well, let me give you some actual measurements here and a weight. So scales are 4.5. Knife is 3 3/4. Blade's 3 3/4. Let's check the weight on it while we're here. That's an important thing. So 5.1 ounces, not bad. I'll take it. Falls in my range. Like I said, they didn't donate or anything. This is just a knife I bought. I thought it looked cool, and I was pleased when I got it. It was a 50-50 shot. I've seen a lot of cool looking knives come through my desk that were just junk, but this is definitely not that. Venom Knives. Check them out. This is the Armour. Guys, thanks for watching. God bless you and your families. Say a prayer for our country. Good night.